Mountain memories continue here on Manx Radio, and who better to get on a man who's, well, just blown everybody away over the past couple of years at the TT since his debut in 2011, I think it was. Dean Harrison, welcome.
Yep, are you well? All right. On this, well, what day is it? Friday morning today.
It's bonkers, isn't it? I'm loving the lockdown haircut, by the way. It's nice, that.
Well, I've got locks. I've got locks now to go with the lockdown head.
It's locks with the lockdown hair. Let's go back to 2011. Obviously, you've been around the TT a long time with your dad, Conrad. Conrad, 1993, Conrad made his debut. Were you coming there then with him in 93? And him and Lee?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, no, I was there the first time in 93. The only year I missed with the old man was the foot and mouth. That's the only time I didn't go over. And then obviously I missed, obviously we're going to miss this year. They're the only two TTs I've missed since 93. And they're due to unforeseen circumstances, as they say.
Do you remember that 93? Do you remember that 93 sidecar race that your dad was in? Do you remember?
I remember being there, and I do remember Vegas. I remember how muddy it was. It rained a lot. Because I remember as a kid playing in the mud, but I'll be honest, I don't remember a massive amount about the race.
You're probably just playing down Nobles Park, weren't you, with all your mates?
I know what I mean. 4 years old, wasn't it? 4 years old then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm only a wee nipper. So yeah, I don't remember a massive amount.
Was it always in your head to follow in your dad's footsteps? I know you've done the sidecar bit in recent years, but to be a motorcycle racer.
Yeah, well, to be honest, when you're such a young kid, I didn't really pay. You don't pay massive attention to it. I don't think. You watch obviously what's going on, but you're almost in your own little world as a kid. And then when you get to a bit older, I thought I always wanted to race bikes. I love sidecars, and I've raced sidecars, but for some reason I want to race solos. I want to race solos. And then I didn't start racing until I was 18, 19. I started when I got my first bike, and it sort of spiraled from there, really. But I only started racing. I wanted to do the TT because I've been around it so much as a kid. You almost grow up with it, and it's sort of in you, if that makes sense. You just get almost comfortable with the whole environment. Where
was your first race? Can you remember
that? My first race was Elvington. I had an airfield at Elvington.
Airfield, yeah.
Auto 66. I did that, and I did a Cadwell, and then a couple of basic club meetings, and I went Irish road racing.
You did? You went road for Billy McKinstry, was that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, rode for Billy, did a full season in Ireland, all the Irish nationals and things like that. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. Some of the Irish tracks I think are actually really good. And they make you feel welcome. It's a nice environment. And it's good. I do like it.
Which was your favourite Irish track?
As in the nationals, it's probably Armoy. I liked Armoy. Cookstown, I didn't mind that. And the only one I've never did was Tandragee. The year I was there, Tandragee would cancel me. That looks like a brilliant track. I'd like to go and have a go around there. There were a few that I quite enjoyed, to be honest.
Well, let's go back to the TT circuit. Let's have a little. This is what we're talking about. Your memories from the TT. I can remember this, and I've got this in the back of my head. Your first lap when you came in, because we all know who you were because of your dad, etc. And you did your first TT, and you came in on your first lap. And I know that we have a saying that when the riders come in, the newcomers, their eyes are like saucers. Your very expressive sort of face, and your eyes, it looked like, I don't know, you had two matchsticks just open, your eyes were just like that. And I remember speaking to you, and you're normally you're slowing down a bit now as you're getting older when you speak.
Yeah, I'm over 30 now.
It was like dealing with a child and you're not seeing him for a couple of hours. It's just like a total data dump. Tell us about that lap and tell us what your outstanding memory is from that lap.
I think I followed Milky Quail round on the first out lap, to be honest. We had to do the first control lap. And then the best thing, after the control lap, we just got let out by yourself. Just for a nice raw round steady way. I think people get a bit et up now. No newcomers, they get et up of what they have to do and what they have to perform at. Whereas to me, I just didn't even care. I just rode round. I had no stress, nobody there. And I'm like, there, literally by himself on my bike. So, well, I wasn't by myself, but I'm sharing my dad's awning. And I just rode round for a fortnight and enjoyed myself. Whereas I think there's a bit of a lack of that as a TT newcomer now. Everyone's always got a massive expectation of themselves. Whereas back then, I never even thought of the word expectation. I just rode around for fun, and it was probably the best fortnight I ever had, to be honest. And it sort of probably got worse from there.
Yeah, but it's good fun, isn't it? And you're still doing it now, and you're doing it rather well. Let's go on to the Kawasaki thing that you got with the Silicon team that you're with now. But before that, another Kawasaki team you're with was the RC Express team as it is now, and of course,
that's what I got my first one with RC Express. And it's a good team, guys. The whole team. I still speak to them, and they're all good. They're all good people, and the Kawasaki's been good to me over the years. Every win I've had's been in a Kawasaki.
Mm. And it was Roy Constable, wasn't it? Roy and Ben and
Yeah,
Danny and all the
Roy
boys.
and Ben run the team. We worked with Danny. But no, it was good. It was really good.
Because if I remember rightly, you came to the Southern 100 with a bike that he'd bought you, and it was basically still had the road fairings on and everything when you first rocked up on it.
Believe me, I got my PlayStation 3 out yesterday, right? Because I thought, oh, I've got my computer because I've been that bored. Because there's not been a massive amount to do. And on my back home screen is actually a picture of that bike when I'd finished it. From back in 2013, 2013, I think it'd have been, when I did my first summon on it. So I think I did my first, so I tell a lie, 2012. I did my first summon in 2012 on it. Because I literally built the bike a week before going into the summon. I've got a picture of it sat on my PlayStation. So I was sat having a look through it yesterday and I thought, brought back a few memories. I did the Southern on it and then I went to go to the Ulster Grand Prix on the ZX10 for Roy.
And then you moved on for riding for Clarissa at the Silicon team, and it's just gone up and up from there, isn't it?
I rode for my training in between. I had a year on the Yamaha.
Yeah. Well, you did as well, yeah.
That's another good bike. And then you went to ride for Silicon in 2016, and I've been there ever since, to be honest.
And you got to cap it all off by, you've won a couple of TTs, you've won the classic TT, etc. But winning the big lady, that trophy that's been there since 1907. I mean, there's a picture there behind of you there. Is that with the senior replica there? Is it that one?
Yeah, that's the one that's senior from, yeah. There's a bit of light reflection from the window.
That's all right. Don't worry. It's probably off my head anyway. But yeah, let's go back to that day with that senior TT win. I mean, you look at the names on that trophy, which I'm sure you did. I mean, your name is on there for all time.
Yes, but it's the one everyone obviously wants to win. It's the one that's the hardest probably to win. Well, no, it's that or the Superbike. Both the Superbike race or the senior are both probably as hard as each other to win. Winning any TT's hard. But no, it's almost like I can retire now, not worry about it. No. Relax now, it demands it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to retire yet. There'll be lots of little races. You had some battles over the last couple of years. We've got to mention this with lots of various riders. Michael Dunlop, Hickey especially, Hutchie and people like that. John McGuinness still, and all these. James Hillier. I mean, there's some darn good talent out there still. And let's just go back to the battles you had with Hickey the other year. Wow, just incredible. And the speed you guys are getting up to is madness, isn't it?
Yeah, no, the weather helps speeds, and it's whatever. It's just when the bike's working well on the day, you're feeling pretty well, and you sort of get stuck in and do the best you can. And it's nice to be in the mix, to be honest. It's one of them. It's almost the thing is you can't start expecting things. You've just got to take sort of every day as it comes, or every race that comes at the TT, and sort of go from there. Because last thing you want to do is get a little bit complacent.
Have you ever done that at the TT? Think to yourself, we're all right. We don't need to change anything for next year. Get to the bottom of the Bay Hill and you go, oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, no, we tried a few different shocks and stuff like this over the years. You put stuff in, you think, no, I don't like that, and you almost think it's going to be a step forward, and you've got to revert back to what you used the previous year or what you're comfortable with. But the hard thing is, once you're comfortable with something, it's hard to adapt to the next thing. You need to constantly evolve to keep moving forward.
Technology moving on, yeah.
Yeah, if you get stuck in the rut, you'd almost just sit at the same pace all the time. It's hard to tell yourself things right. No, we've got to move on, because if not, you're going to sit where you are. And especially in today's world, where you buy a phone on Monday and it's crap on Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah, that's about right. They bring them out new ones all the time, don't they? Let's go around the mountain course. Let's have a little think about it. I mean, there's various sections on the course which you must absolutely go, oh, yes, I've got that perfect. And other bits, do you still struggle with on the odd occasion?
Yeah, no, the sound from Parliament Square all the way to the 26th, I think. I struggle with that whole section. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm losing a lot of time through there. Then there's other sections like through Glen Ellen I really enjoy. I love Bray Hill, to be honest. I love Bray Hill and a 600 and a flying lap. That's probably one of the most fun things.
And is that flat at the bottom? At the bottom of the?
Yeah, on the 600, it's flat all the way through. You don't have to fall. It's just the 600's a bit of an easier. You're actually riding the 600, where the big bike almost takes you for a bit of a ride. Whereas when you're on the 600 coming through there, it's quite satisfying, to be honest.
And what have you been doing now? There's no motorbike racing, obviously. At the time of recording this, we're supposed to be at the Northwest 200, and what have you been?
Yeah, no, today would be the day off, wouldn't it? Friday.
Yeah. Hangover day, isn't it? Isn't it hangover day?
Yeah,
Friday.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no, I've been working with our kid, really, doing a bit of engineering work with my brother, because there's no what else to do, is there? What do we do?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? The circumstances are a bit strange, really. Do you know anybody that's got a coronavirus?
There's quite a few people on the Isle of Man anyway. Let's put it that way. There's quite a few cases over here. I mean, not as many as what we got in the UK, but basically you can't come here at the moment. Well, you can if you're an Isle of Man resident. You're not allowed to. You can leave if you're an Isle of Man resident, but you can only come back if you get permission. So yeah, it is all very strange. And let's just hope, that everybody, pulls their weight, if you want to put it like that, and we can get out of this pretty soon, and we can get back motorcycle racing, because that's what we want to do, isn't it?
It's back doing anything, isn't it? 'Cause at the minute, everything's just... Well, in the Isle of Man, you're a bit more ahead of everybody else, because you can lock the island down, so you can start opening things up, where over here, nothing, everything just totally stopped, all work stopped, people who are sponsors and things like that we speak to, they've all stopped. It's just... Everything, like say, when we do go back racing again, who's going to be financially ready to go back racing?
That's a very good point, isn't it? Because sponsors, the sponsors are loyal to a lot of
Without
people.
Sponsors,
a lot of sponsors,
nobody goes
yeah.
back racing. Do you know what I mean? It's the whole thing of putting the money in to make the whole cogs turn, if that makes sense. And me personally, don't think there'll be anything this year. I think we'll be looking to get going for March next year.
There's a few people have said that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a next year thing. So all we can do is basically play the waiting game and just it's almost you're waiting it out. But how long can people go on for in the situation they're in? It's one of them. Do you know what I mean? Before stuff starts going bad.
Let's go back to bike racing and stuff. So far, I think if it was a report card from a school, it would say the boy done good. What do you reckon on that?
Yeah, no, I can't complain at all. To be honest, we've won races all throughout everywhere we've gone, and the only place we haven't won is the Northwest. To be honest, we won the Ulster, we won the TT. We've never won a Northwest. Been second a few times, podiums, which I'm happy with. To be honest, it's difficult, but I'm not going to complain. I'm just to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm enjoying myself. Team's good. I feel good. It's just matter of just keep chipping away at it.
I was talking to some other riders and asking them about their fitness routine through the winter. A few of them carrying injuries, and I don't think you're carrying any injuries at the moment. Having a cup of tea, that's exactly what I'm just about to do as well. But you're not carrying any injuries. The fitness regime through the winter, that go okay?
Yeah, no, I did more enduro riding this winter than I've ever done, to be honest. I went and even did the British Championship round at Tong for a bit of fun, did all right there. But to be honest, I ended up injuring myself and that thing and falling off the bloody thing all the time. But no, I feel good. I'm injury-free at the minute. Training were good. I've done loads of hours on the enduro, but I'm not one for going to the gym and weightlifting and all that crap and putting videos on Instagram and me lifting some weights, because I've been smashing it this year. Obviously, I'm going to smash it. I'm going to win every race, and it's just a lot of crap. Just go ride your enduro. Do what you need to do. Go race your bike. Everyone's all this... I'm not a social media friendly person, to be honest. I put bits and bats, and I'm a bit sarcastic. I like the sarcastic and the bits that piss taking and stuff like that. All you see now is riders now. Everyone's weightlifting and going to the gym. It's just like, is anybody actually bothered? Is anybody... You should, but when you get to a race, man, it's up to you to be fit enough anyway. Who wants to see you cycling around and sweating your tits off on a cycle bike?
You want to be bike fit, never mind fit. You want to be bike fit, don't you? That's what you need.
Like, give it a rest. I mean, you don't see beginners, do you, putting stuff like that on?
No.
Do you know what I mean? He's a proper racer, you know what I mean? You don't see Michael Rutter putting stuff like that on.
No, not at
all. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen. Like, give it.
He's off on one. Let's go back to the Kawasaki thing very quickly. A good move for John to move to the Bournemouth Kawasaki team. Pete Exton and the guys. I mean,
definitely.
That's a nice ride for John, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Let's be honest, Hilly has proven it's a good team. They are a good team. They all know what they're doing. They're beating the British champions, for God's sake. They've won TTs, the British champions, they've won Northwests. They know what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? You don't win a race by being lucky, do you?
No.
Not racing at that level. So no, he's definitely on a good bike, good team, good lad. So no, it's good to see, to be honest. Are
you in contact with any of the racers that you know? Obviously, probably the same way we're doing this now in lockdown. I mean,
yeah, no. I speak to Jay, I speak to Lee, I speak to James, I speak to a few other people, but no, just get the general. Really, I'm just being busy trying to keep my own world, do my own thing, pay the bills.
How are you keeping the kids entertained during all the lockdown?
No, they're fine. They play in the garden. They go playing. The kids are all right. The kids don't really know what's going on. Little lass is only 18 months. Little lad's 4 now, so he's playing. Well, he's playing his bike, cycling, all that. He just does kid stuff. So they're not too bad. They're all right. And
you've just got another dog as well, I'm led to believe.
Yeah, I've got a fat dog somewhere, pain in the ass dog. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I've got a dog. I've got 2 dogs now. I'm just letting them fight each other.
It's all right. A bit of fun, isn't it? Well,
It's the
let's
shit
hope
I don't like cooking up.
you don't know.
No,
You don't.
no, it's not my department.
Oh, it's not yours. Is that the pink department, not the blue
Yeah,
department?
that's the woman's department. Is that she wanted a dog, so that's been handed down a generation.
Dean, as always, it is great to talk to you, and I hope you and Vicky and all the guys there are staying safe, and your mum and dad as well, and your other ladies. That you've been doing a bit of work with Adrian, have you? You're saying?
Yeah, no, we're doing a bit of a day work, something like that to try and get a bit of keep us busy.
Yeah, keep the brain ticking over.
If not, that's the thing. It's all right sitting in the house all day. Jesus Christ, you'll go insane.
Dean,
You know
as always, nice to speak to you. You and the guys there, stay safe, and hopefully between the hedges soon. And stay safe, and good luck with the Silicon Kawasaki team when you get going again.
No stress. Thank you very much. If you need anything else, give us a shout.